Action.
Hello, my name is Jeffrey Sue, and this is my Persuasion presentation on why there should not be an asterisk label on the Lakers 2020 ring. And this is my audience. So here's some background. As we all remember, in 2020, there was a global pandemic, there was a lot of chaos, and we all had a distance. Everything was just a mess. But the sports world still went on, like the NBA. And in 2020, in August, the LA Lakers would go on to win it all. However, critics and haters alike said that it was a fake bubble ring. I am here to disprove that notion and why the Lakers 2020 ring is just about as valid as any other ring. And why it matters to me. Well, my grandparents lived in LA for a very long time, a few decades, I believe. So I would always go back with my family to go visit them, and I grew very attached to the Lakers. And this season was probably one of the most emotional and a season that I would never forget. I was really invested. I think I watched every Lakers game on my computer. And since there was no school, I just try to watch the Lakers games. And I'm going to say this ring matters just like any other. Now let's get into the aspects. One is the mental strain. Now the environment in this one is not like any other. In normal times we would have huge crowds and chanting the home team, and in the game there would be huge momentum shifts due to the crowd. Well, in this playoffs, there was no crowd, there was no momentum shift, and it just made it harder to play in. And one player, Paul George, who was on the LA Clippers during the playoffs, he said that he became anxious and depressed for once young Simic 2020, and it just took everything to do well and win a ring. As I said, the environment and leveling field was made no more, and there was no home court. It was neutral. As you can see in this picture, it was all virtual fans, and it was just a few people during the games, and it just made it harder to win. And it was purely based on talent and skill, and couldn't rely on the momentum of the fans. And one player, that Damian Lillard, point guard of the Portland Trail Blazers, said that the bubble was harder to win, per one source, Polisic 2020. And even though it was a very different playoff experience, the competition level was still there. They had to play elite teams. The teams that the Lakers played were the Blazers, the Rockets, the Nuggets, and the Heat back in 2020. And each team had superstar talent. Each team that the Lakers faced were very good, and they all had future Hall of Famers, which is not something you could say in every finals.
Oh,
Here, I got you. Continue.
all right, yeah, we got.
Technical difficulties.
Okay.
Continue. Sorry.
Yeah, and there was no crowd, and it was all very different, but the Lakers won despite the mental obstacles, not having home court, and still having to play very good competition. And in the end, the Lakers came out victorious. It was a completely different leveling field. It was a new experience. They never had to play in a bubble, but in the end, they were able to pull it off through those obstacles. And it goes to show that this ring was quite difficult and not at all easy, contrary to belief. And that's my excited page. Right?
Okay, cool.
Thank you for my presentation.